Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Before I start, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Fitriyah. Honorable Miss Fatiatul Haq Al-Mawangir, MPDI. Today I will explain about education in England and Australia. As you know, education in Australia, there have curriculum in Australia, education objective, education system in Australia, and the last geographic division in the country of Australia. As you know, geography in Australia, the total area 7,683,300 kilometers. The width of the area is approximately 300 kilometers from the east to west coast and 3,007 kilometers in length for Cameron on the north coast to Scott Cape in Tasmania. Australia is the small continent, while the large is Asia with an area of 44,614 kilometers. Australia is the sixth largest country in the world in terms of birth, smaller than Russia, Canada, China, the United States, and the last Brazil. In Australia has a federal system of government that follows the tradition of parliamentary democracy. In Australia have system education. According the program, international student as accept in general education in Australia follows three models, which includes primary school and secondary school, the last university and college. Primary school, in general, students enter education at the age of 6 or 7 years. In contrast to Indonesia, where students are required to take general tests and tests, so that they can move up to the next class. Students in primary school in Australia don't recognize tests. They automatically move up to the next class in line with the truth of the year. The first year in Australia, primary school is called 1 and thereafter 6 years. Secondary school or high schools. Secondary education, or known as secondary education in Australia, takes between 5 to 6 years. The first year in secondary education is called 7 and 11 years. The secondary education levels end at 11 years. For the state, the appeals basic education for 7 years, the secondary education they want to take to be able to enter the university in Australia. Students must take 12 years, known as the matriculation year. And the last system education in Australia is universities and TAF college. Higher education in Australia can be divided into two levels, namely the undergraduate level. The scholarship level can be completed within 3 years and obtain bachelor's degree or BAA and Bachelor Science or BSc, depending on the field of study taken by the student. Yeah, I will continue for education in England. Yeah. Sorry. I will continue about curriculum in Australia. The Australian curriculum focus on 7 general abilities. Complete skills, namely 2. Information communication technology, 3. Thinking skill, and decisively or creatively, self-manage or collaboration, social complete, and writing the reading, and last intercultural understanding or intercultural understanding. Yeah, I mean is curriculum in Australia. There are focus on 7 general ability in here. Education in Australia. The general objectives of various Australian education sector are outlined in the laws. The state education departments, university and other education institute. These general objectives are usually complete by more goals by 11 boards. The purpose of this education suggests the need for government between serving the needs of individuals and the needs of the community through the education system. And at the school level, the emphasis is on developing the best potential of the student. Yeah. And I will continue about education in England. Have 5 problem. I will explain about problem education in England, education system in England, geographical location in the country of England, and curriculum England, and the last geographical location in the country of England. Yeah. As you know, England map the United Kingdom England is the location between European continent and the continent America. Based on British astronomical location, locates between 49 and 11 west to east. The birds of the United Kingdom are as follows: to the north of England, bordering on Atlantic Ocean; the east of England, bordering on North Sea; to the south of England, bordering on English Channel; to the west England, bordering on inland and the Atlantic Ocean. The position of British country is very strategic because a connecting line the coasts of the European continent and America. The location of the United Kingdom in the North Sea area. The area is the busiest shipping area in the world. Yeah. Education in Australia have structure or system. Number 1 is primary education. I mean 3 and 4 years old. Education in England and the last primary education age 4 until 11 years, and 3 secondary education age 11 until 6 years, 4 further education age 6 until 8 years, and the last higher education age about just 8 years. Yeah. Curriculum in England have the compulsory education curriculum has the Ministry of Education or DFE, the 2014 national curriculum is effective from September 2014 in public school in England. Yeah, as you know, in England just have curriculum. Curriculum is national curriculum. Yeah. Globally, some subjects that get attention. These curriculum are mathematics, English, programming, and programming language. The last I can explain about problem education in England. As you know, in England have 4 problems. Number 1, the relationship between education and employment and preparation for the transition from school to work. Education in England is trying to make the principle of lifelong education. This effort is made so that those who are already also continue to get an education. Why? Because there are some elderly people who in their childhood lack education. With this effort, it is expected that the distribution of education, both young and old, is accordance with the principle of long life education. Yeah. Number 2, commitment to lifelong education. One of the risks of developing educational facilities is that more costs will be incurred, especially in the era of information and technology follows that are growing rapidly, so that they require educational facilities that can be adapted to the time. Yeah. 3, teacher education for tomorrow. That the must be considered teaching system and methods could be able to meet the demands of people who want good results. To deal with this problem, professional education in England, teacher training has been strongly prepared for 4 years. Throughout this education, teachers are expected to be able to explain the reality of life in multiracial and multicultural society. Yeah, that's all for me. I explained about education in England and Australia. If I have many mistakes, I do apologize for Miss Fitriyah. The last, Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.